Hi everyone. I hope you can hear this. I'm using my phone. I thought I would show you my ring collection. I have other rings which are made of gold and have stones. That's not part of this collection. These are the ones I keep out and wear on a regular basis. So, let's get started over here. I got this ring in Kenya. The Maasai people have beautiful beading tradition. This ring is made of wire with beads around it, and it was actually twice as long, but I took half off and gave it to a friend. And I really liked the design and wanted to make one similar, but the one I made, I can't get the wires to coil the same way to stay together. So, if anyone knows how they do that, please let me know. This was another experiment with elastic. That was also not a satisfying result. So, those are my beaded rings. Now, these two rings were made by a company named Bow Sterling. I don't know the years that they were active, but I believe these rings are from the 60s or 70s. I have two. This one was probably the first ring I ever bought. I was a child. This one I bought in recent years on eBay. These are not expensive rings. They're costume jewelry. But what's very cool about them is that the stones are not stones. They're glass. Very well made. This one is made to look like carnelian. And these mimic malachite, turquoise, and I'm not sure what the green one is supposed to be, but they're really good imitations and I just like them. The next rings are two of several that I bought in India. When I travel, I try to buy a few small things that I can wear or use in daily life to remind me of my trip. This one is moss agate, a very lovely modernistic setting. This one is moonstone. It's an interesting shaped stone, and every time I wear this ring, people comment on it. I love it. And in India, I mean, these are handmade. They were probably about $2 each. And they're silver. I basically the only jewelry I like to wear is either handmade or antique. So that's what's represented here. This is a classic design in sterling. I'm not sure when this is from. I love the way this looks on my hand. It's very easy to wear. I wear it very often. These next rings are just little sterling rings that I like to wear together. This is a toe ring that I need to get rid of because I don't wear toe rings. So this one I bought a long time ago when I was a child. It's moss agate. This one was an experiment made out of scrap that I had around. Didn't come out very good. Looks pretty cute with the moss agate. These two are, I believe they're Indian. They're probably from the 70s. Nothing special. Just jewelry that I've had for a long time that I occasionally wear. I realize that the sounds in this video are not that frequent, but for those of you that enjoy show and tell ASMR, this is for you. And that's my favorite kind. This is one of my very favorite rings. It's old. Again, I don't know exactly how old. I'm thinking maybe 1940s. This technique is called repose. It's where the design is created from underneath by punching down to create a three-dimensional effect. And this is from Taxco, Mexico. I don't know if you can see that, which is a region of Mexico known for its beautiful silver work. I could identify the year by looking at the mark. The marks from Taxco have changed over the years, so you can identify the age of a piece by identifying the mark. But I have not done that. So this is the ring. This ring has a similar shape, but it's from India again. I bought a number of rings when I was there. It's a lovely moonstone in a pretty setting, and the band is a little bit detailed as well. Again, it's sort of a big piece. Now, these two pieces are made with a type of synthetic stone, which also comes from Mexico. It's called a jelly opal. It has other names as well. One of them has the word dragon in it. I can't remember what it is. This is a little pinky ring. These are, of course, old. And I don't know if you can see the effect of the stone. They mimic opals. They're glass with tiny inclusions of metal, which make them reflect different colors of light. This one is very beautiful. It's a much better piece with a more intricate setting. I believe this is from maybe the 20s or the 30s. It sits very nicely on the hand. Just trying to give you a sense of what the synthetic opal looks like. Now the next two are rings that I made, but separated by many, many years. This was my taste in elementary school. I had access to tools and I used to make jewelry. So it still fits. It's my little broken-hearted ring. And then a few years ago, as a present to myself, I took a jewelry making class and we learned how to make, we made these rings. I cannot remember the name of this type of ring. I'm sorry. But it's very large, and the purpose of this exercise was to teach us many different techniques. So I already knew a lot of them from childhood, but I had never really studied them properly. So this was an opportunity for me to learn good technique, and I had fun, and I had this cool ring when I was done. It could be worn like that or like that. It's my power ring. Can't believe I can't remember the name of this technique. This ring is my high school ring, and I never wore it. I just wanted it because it seemed important at the time. I always felt a little bad about it because my parents didn't have a lot of money, and I think they were surprised that I wanted it, and they stretched to buy it for me. I'm glad I have it. I've never worn it. This was also a gift. And I don't remember who gave it to me, but I know where I was, and I was not in a good place. And somebody gave me this beautiful ring. I don't know if you can see it, but it's two hands clasped over a heart. I think it's from Mexico or India. And I just thought it was magical, and I was so touched that they gave it to me. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit, and it can't be adjusted, so It's a ring that I don't wear, but I do enjoy looking at in my collection. The next rings belong to my mother. She had a wonderful jewelry collection. This is a very, very common design from Mexico. It's coral and turquoise. This was a simple ring she wore all the time. This was a very strong design. It's an inlay of turquoise, probably coral in the middle. This is the last of the rings that I got in India. It's a big piece, as you can see. Gorgeous stone. Not sure what it is. This piece I bought from the artists who made it. It was a couple, I think from Spain. I met them in Mexico. They were selling handmade jewelry. I bought a set from them with this malachite. And we just had a nice time talking, and I love that I was able to buy jewelry from them and remember them on my trip. This is a very pretty old piece that belonged to one of my relatives. It's amethyst and marcasite. I love marcasite jewelry. And I love amethysts. The reason I touched the screen a little while ago is because my battery's dying. I hope I can make it through the rest of this video. Now, these two pieces were made by a jeweler I knew when I was a child. His name was Joe. And my parents would occasionally get me a piece from him, or he would just give them to me because he was so sweet. He did a lot of work with my parents. I don't wear the rings he gave me anymore. I just keep them for sentimental reasons. This one I wore a lot when I was a child. It doesn't even fit me anymore. It's a little black ring. Now these are earrings and do not belong in this box, but I will show them to you. Earrings are for another day. These are very cool. I got these in Mexico. I buy a lot of jewelry in Mexico. They're plastic rings with the picture of El Señor. And they actually look nice on, the hand. I got 2 of them, thinking I would give one away, but oddly, most of my friends do not like jewelry like this. These 2 are also made of plastic, but they're totally different. They're antique. They're made of a material called celluloid. They might be Bakelite, which was a brand name of a particular type of celluloid. It was manufactured, I believe, during World War II, and after, of course, into the 50s. It's very lightweight and mimics tortoise shell. Comes in a variety of different colors. I don't wear these because they're not comfortable, but they were my mother's. She loved this material. She had a lot of jewelry made out of it. So, again, just keep them for sentimental reasons. They're pretty cool. And the last one is a piece I bought myself when I was in graduate school. Occasionally I would buy myself a present at the end of the semester. And this, I think I might have bought this for myself when I graduated. It is a very big ring. The biggest ring I have. And it is from Mexico, as so much of my favorite jewelry is. It's silver with mother of pearl. It is old. I have forgotten how old it is. It's said in the description. And it matches another piece that I have, made in a completely different country, but in a very similar style. So that is my celebration ring. There's an ASMR artist, whose name is Cat's Eyes, I think, something, and she does wonderful jewelry videos with big rings and bracelets and that sort of thing, so I hope she finds this video. And I thank you for finding it and for watching it. I don't make videos very often, as you know. Any kind of feedback would be helpful, because so far I just make the things that I'm interested in, and I can't tell if anyone else is interested in them. So, thanks again for watching, and for all the great videos that you guys make. I love them.